Hun asked, placing his hand on his wrist. We have to go with your Jungkook house. We have breakfast here today. They were suggesting his dress. With his nod, Jimin had given him that dress. Okay, let me change first. Saying this, Hun ran toward the room. They quickly went downstairs. When he was going, he bumped into someone very hard. What the hell is this? Are you blind? They angrily looked at the girl who was wearing black jeans and black shirt. Her hair was curled and left open. She looked very beautiful. Come on, I am blind. What do you think about yourself? Your eyes are safe. One day. It was your fault, not mine. They crossed his arms over his chest and said, to which Lisa looked at him with anger and went upstairs to her room. They come to his dad, who was busy talking to Grandpa. Dad, you told me that when we went to Korea, you got me a job in a good hospital, while Grandpa was saying I can't job here. Is that the case? They were making me doctor, either. Taehyung dad was embarrassed by Taehyung's sharp tongue in front of his grandpa who was looking at Tae with very angry eyes. What kind of way is that to talk? After some time, they were in the Jeon mansion. The one who had invited him for breakfast was lost himself. Hey, I am Tae. Tae expanded her hand toward Taehyung and said, looking at his beautiful face, Hi, I am Dr. Taehyung. They said smilingly while sitting in fade. Wow, they said doctor. Grandpa stared at him. Your name is very sweet like mine. Tae smiled. Thanks, little girl. Taehyung said and sat on the sofa. And you? Now she said, expanded her hand toward Hun. I'm Hun, Taehyung Hyung's brother. While Hun said Hyung, they elbowed him. He's only 1 year older than me. Taehyung told Tae while smiling. While such a big lie, Hun opened his eyes wide and looked at his fighting brother. Hello, sorry, I'm little late, he said. Taehyung dad and grandpa smiled and responded to him. I'll come after freshen up. Jungkook come from jogging. Her hand was taking his forehead due to sweat. He looked very handsome in the trousers and shirt. Hun was completely impressed by him. After a while, he was gone with a bright dress in the breakfast table. While having the breakfast seriously, he also talked to Grandpa, and Taehyung said he had not looking at Taehyung. Taehyung was also busy talking to Tae. Hun was laughing at the child things, and both of them. Your house is very lovely, but the decoration is not done properly. Not the furniture is set up properly. While talking to Grandpa, Jungkook had turned his attention to him. Daddy had got decoration done by an Italian organizer. He looked around and told, It must be from Italy, but I told the truth. They had become Jungkook, angry by saying this. With his nod, Jimin was coming from downstairs until suddenly he appeared in front of him. Can't you forgive me? Yoongi looked at his beautiful set and said, in a strict tone, Forgive you for what? He looked in his eyes and said in a strict tone, Shim, please, try to understand me. Jimin also looked at him with big eyes and said, in a helpless tone, I have decided myself from you after understanding you. Did I complain to you? Jimin said and passed by. Jimin, I wish you can understand me. He went toward Jeon mansion, muttering to himself. Jimin came into the room, putting his hand on his mouth. He started crying. He was crying and sobbed. He didn't look like always smiling Jimin. I'm just stuck here. Life had become boring. In an instant, he was talking to his best friend Lane on the phone while watering the plants. Yeah, I'll go. Get the good hospital. I want someone who was only for them. If I say he says stay, he should done my shopping and spend the entire bank balance on me. I want a sincere husband with a good heart. They was telling Lin. The direction of the pipe suddenly turned the opposite direction from where Jungkook was getting ready and going to the press conference. He was also in a hurry. Opening the car door, he had suddenly become completely soaked from the water coming out of the pipe. Taehyung, at that bloodthirsty voice, they suddenly started and looked at the left side. The pipe had slipped from his hand and fell down. You shameless boy! Are you blind or what? You have done to me. There is no shortage of servant in the house. What are you doing here? Jungkook read his date and said very angrily, I was busy on the phone. They also replied with anger. Hand on his wrist. What? He foamed and said angrily. Yes. And what kind of cloth will you have leaking? Anyway, go and wear another dress and dry your hair with dryer. If you don't have any, take mine. Don't scold me. I don't listen to my father either. Shut up, you foolish boy. Speak less and speak with respect with me. He said in a cool tone and moved inside with quickly step to change again. Appa, what are you saying? Taehyung dad asked in surprise and shocked. You have done everything in your life as your own. Now listen to your father too. Grandpa spoke in a strict tone. Taehyung dad was looking helplessly at his mom, who was with her husband on that decision. Taehyung, there is no shortage of girl for my grandson. If you want, we can find out for him today. But we want Taehyung to be our eldest son-in-law. He's pure-hearted boy, and we are looking for a boy. For Jungkook, Grandpa spoke helpless tone. Ma, you know he is 12 years younger than him, and Jungkook is also 8-year-old daughter. So what happened? All this is not seems in our own people. Grandpa spoke. They didn't agree, and then Jungkook, he will not agree either. Shaking his head in denial, he spoke helplessly. Even his father agreed. You just keep following my word. They will also agree. Taehyung's father shook his head and looked at Taehyung playing in the rain with Jeon and Jimin and Jungkook while playing football. Who knew this better than him that his son was very independent? Lisa had come out holding the keys of the car while she stopped. When he saw Jungkook coming out from the front, Jungkook had stopped either, wearing a black suit. He was looking so handsome. He stopped for a moment, and the next second he passed by Lisa like a wind. She turned around and started looking at him, who had walked toward the mansion with quick step. Lisa took a deep breath and stood there for a long time looking at him. They leaned on a railing above, looking at Lisa with great anger. Arrogant girl, they muttered angrily, while then his father came and stood next to him. I had talked to my sweet son, he said while sitting on the chair. Keep nearby. My sweet son, Dad, you had applied the same birthday to me to come to Korea. Now what is the use? If you have to ask me to step down from my post of doctor, then don't apply better. I have already sent my CV. I will become independent again very soon, in a very famous hospital here. Making a face, he said while Taehyung was very upset by his son's sharp tongue.